Alright, so here we are. This is my 2003 Honda Civic Si. Now the main question, why does it look like a minivan and an SUV had a baby? Well, that's just how they made it. But yeah, so this is a little different than Honda Civic SIs of today. That's because typically when you buy a Honda Civic Si, it shares the same body style as the regular base models. So the only difference between a typical SI and a base model is, well, the SI badge. So this is different in that it's a completely different car. And I kind of wish Honda would do something like this with the newer generations. I think that would be really cool. It's got a 2-liter dual overhead cam iVTEC engine, also known as the K20A3, probably one of the most hated Civic engines ever produced. And that's just because the red line isn't as high. As a result, your 0 to 60 time kind of takes a kick to the nuts because second gear won't take you to 60. Now, Honda does offer an ECU reflash that'll allow you to increase your red line a little bit, thus allowing you to hit 60 miles an hour in second gear, thus trimming down your 0 to 60 times. So if you want to do that, it's something cheap you can do for, I don't know, less than 300 bucks, and you can increase your 0 to 60 times. But yeah, it's kind of quick. It's a little peppy. Really short wheelbase, very lightweight, weighs around 2,700 pounds, soaking wet. So it's quick. I mean, it's quick enough. It's a 15-year-old car, so you can't expect a whole lot. These are hard to find. This one took me around a year, give or take a few days to find, locally anyway. You can find these, but you might have to travel to get to them. But I think they look cool overall. Definitely not as awesome as the older Civic hatches, but it's got that unique factor, and that's what I really, really like about it. There's just nothing else out there on the road that looks like this, so that's why I like it. It gets okay fuel economy. You're looking at 25 to 30, somewhere in that range, depending on how you drive it. It is a hatchback. I'll show you that real quick. So yes, it is practical, in case you're wondering. Alright, so there's your hatch. Not huge, but definitely practical. The seats do fold down, and then you've got a spare under the mat there. So there you go, you can see I've got the seats folded down. Now I've taken the headrests out. See if I can pull this up real quick so you can see. I'll just pull both of the seats up so you can see what it looks like without the headrests in. You get a little bit better visibility with them out, I think. But yeah, you got plenty of headroom in here. It's moderately practical. If you're tall, you can definitely fit in this vehicle. It sits on 15s. They're small, but I think they fit the car. I might go up to 17s at some point. We'll just see how long I keep the car. Here's your interior. Nothing fancy. I will say the build quality is actually really good. For the most part, the plastics that they used seem to be a little better than what you'll find, in typical American cars anyway. There's your cup holder. Lots of little nooks and crannies to store stuff. Put your phone right there. Here's another little spot right there. I like to keep my sunglasses right there. You do get a little tray right there. Put your phone there. That's right above the glove box, which is, decently spacious. Here's your center area. So you've got a 12-volt power supply above a tray. You can put coins there, whatever. You've got this guy that slides up to show you the cup holders, and then if you don't need those, you can store stuff in there. Then you've got another little tray right there. I've got some coins in there. A little tray right there next to the handbrake, and the 4th cup holder. So you have 4 cup holders. They're okay. They work. They get the job done. Steering wheel This shares the same steering wheel with an S2000. Real small. It does have electronic power steering, which I don't like at all. Very little driver feedback. Now these typically come with silver center consoles and silver door handles. I didn't like those, so I painted them. I think it looks a little better. It's just that silver color just wasn't cutting it. It just looked bad. Wanted to add some flavor to it, make it unique, personalize it a little bit more. The seats, those come green, no matter what color, exterior color you get. And the green doesn't match the headrests or the stitching. So I painted them a dark red underneath black. I think it looks pretty good. They're Alcantara on the outside there, stitched red. So they do look cool. They hold you in place okay. This car doesn't corner or handle very well, so you're not going to be maxing out the seats or anything. Trust me, this is not a track car by any means. But it is fun, and you can definitely huck it into a corner at full speed if you want to. Show you the back seats real quick. They're decently roomy. It's kind of crazy. The car is so tiny, yet if you get in here, you got plenty of headroom. That front passenger seat right there is actually all the way back. So you get some room. They went with McPherson struts on this specific model, and that actually increased the floor space a little bit, so you know, if you're tall, you can totally fit back here easily. Probably wouldn't go on any long road trips or anything, but it gets the job done. So yeah, if you're thinking about buying one of these, you know, they're reliable because they're a Honda. Not as reliable as a Toyota, but you know, they're reliable. The transmissions are great, as with all Hondas. You get a really good shifting feel and experience. Super easy to drive. If you've never driven a stick before, you can definitely learn with this. It's not heavy, so that means the clutch is also not heavy, and the steering's not heavy. So, you know, definitely something, you know, to look into if you want something that's unique, that's reliable, that no one else has, if you like to set yourself apart and kind of be a little different. I'd definitely recommend getting one of these if you can find one. Mine's got 130,000 miles on it. Paid a little less than $5,000 for it. And mine was one of the better ones that I could find. A lot of these are going to get torn up. You know, the interior is going to be torn up. You know, mine does have some dents and dings here and there, don't get me wrong, but if you really want to try to get the best one you can, you know, take your time. There's no rush. But yeah, I like this car for the most part. It's fun to drive, gets okay gas mileage. Insurance isn't super expensive on it. It's reliable, you know, so it kind of fills that niche of being a fun, kind of cool, reliable daily driver. So if you're thinking about getting one of these, now's the time to start looking. Also, if you do have one of these, comment down below. You know, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on this car. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you going to get rid of it? If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I will greatly appreciate it. I will greatly appreciate it. All right, I can't talk right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys like it. If I didn't give you enough information, or if you want to know more, or if I got something wrong, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate your feedback. All right, ladies and genitals, you guys have a good day now.